All right, so we both took that Mimletics inventory a little bit ago, the learning styles inventory, and it was funny because we both had the same top three, which was just weird because it's like, oh, well, maybe that's why we get along so well. But our top three were social, physical, and logical. So knowing that, that'll be really helpful because just knowing that we both learn in the same way, the social aspect, that's really big. And that's exactly what we're doing right here, just collaborating with our team, just learning together, being around people, and that social aspect.
Right.
And that's how we'll be doing it, so that's really good that we both really enjoy learning that way. Physical, which is a lot of what you're touching on, like actually being able to physically see it and physically work with it, tweak it around, make it your own, just really be able to be in the present. Okay. And logical, which just means your learning style, like you like to-do lists, you like seeing everything kind of in an organized format, knowing exactly what needs to happen, which will also be what we'll be doing. We'll have it in a very step-by-step sequential way, because we're going to be coming up with this action plan. So, and I'll lead all of this, but it's just like what we'll be doing. We'll kind of make a timeline of like we're starting it today, and then maybe we'll go to our next part of the circuit, which is the coaching on topic, and we'll plan that maybe a week from today or even sometime this week. It's just whatever works best for us. So we'll outline the whole circuit so we kind of have an idea of the timeline of it all.
Okay.
And then, I mean, it's a fluid document, so we can change it as we go on. But just to be able to have actually something to kind of, I'm this way that it's like I like to check things off. So, but it's really good to know both of our learning styles just to be able to make this relationship work. So we will review your fidelity tool. So I gave you a copy of that.
Mm-hmm.
Your teapot was seriously amazing, and like I've heard nothing but good things from Ben, and but yeah, it's really awesome. And really, most of the foundational stuff you've already met fidelity with, like the schedules, routines, and activities.
Okay.
Your team has great routines to promote engagement of all the kids. Your transitions between your activities. They're awesome. You use guided imagery to get the kids excited and involved, and you use songs to give the kids something to focus on. So the transitions are beautiful. The supportive conversations with children, you and Mr. Sanford, you can just really tell that you really genuinely enjoyed the kids, and that's awesome. And providing directions, you provide the directions with telling them what to do instead of what not to do, so they are set up for success with that. And collaborative teaming, you two just work so great together. Like there's never a missing step. I feel like there's just always such cool flow. So these are all your main strengths in promoting children's engagement. You really get the kids involved with one another and get them feeling comfortable in your classroom and all of that. So the emerging skills, which teaching behavior expectations is under the emerging skills.
Okay.
You guys do it. You flip through your circle chart. They know exactly what to do at circle. You bring that up. You bring that out whenever you really, or you bring it out all the time, but even more so when you really need it. So that's awesome. But your rules weren't posted, and that's something that I play a part in too.
Okay.
We should have been having that discussion, but because your rules weren't posted, you missed that whole section just because of that. So, and there's also emerging skills, teaching social skills and emotional competencies, which is still the beginning of the year, so it's like you have to be laying the foundation down and making them feel comfortable and helping them learn the expectations before you can really take that to the next level. But really, you're doing all of this awesomely. So, looking at these emerging skills like teaching behavior expectations, teaching social skills, connecting with families, what skill do you think is going to help your class the most?
teaching behavior expectation.
Yeah.
That's gonna be key.
Yeah, I think that'll be a really awesome skill
Yeah.
to work on.
I think so
Um,
too.
Sweet. And like we said, it'll benefit the whole class. They'll know.
Absolutely, especially with kids leaving and coming in and starting from the beginning. Like, I think that's gonna be really big.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sweet. So I looked at your inventory of practice and I looked just kind of what you felt your strengths are around teaching expectations. And your biggest strength was you enforce the rules consistently and fairly. So that's really important. What do you feel like are other strengths around teaching expectations?
I think that one was key, just making sure I'm, teaching the same thing every day, keeping it consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's key.
Yeah. And you can tell with the kids in your class. Circle time, the majority of kids know exactly what to do. Pretty much your whole class, with the exception of the
Couple.
But so just keeping those consistent and pulling out those large circle cues and going through them like you do every day.
Okay.
That is, I've also noticed, a really big strength. So what do you think you could improve on around teaching expectations?
I think I would like to learn new ways to teach it. I think that would be cool, different ways to teach it, expectations, because I'm so used to teaching my way and doing it every year. I think just getting help on learning different ways to do it would be cool.
Yeah, just spicing it up a bit.
Yeah.
Changing it up.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like a really awesome first goal to work on together. And so that is what we can do now is, let me get a pen and let me start.